strategy analysis, knowledge area for business analysis. And then we will move on to requirement analysis part. And then also we will do requirement management lifecycle, right?
Okay.
After that, we would be left with the solution evaluation. That is our last knowledge area.
Okay.
And then we will do BA competencies, and this is tomorrow. Solution evaluation and business analysis, underlying competencies. We will look at them in detail, and then we will do the techniques also,
Okay.
right? So if you can see, we have been talking about some techniques at a high level. So we will revisit them also in this course. Okay, so that's the plan. So today we are targeting 4 knowledge areas. I might be a little fast in the middle wherever I think, I mean, wherever I think you already know these concepts because we have been talking about them in other knowledge areas. And
Right.
maybe from your PMP experience, you already are aware of that. So maybe we can be quick on those parts. So if you think I'm going a little fast, you can always ask me to go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's fine.
Right. Cool. So just a memory jog about elicitation. So we covered yesterday. So would you like to share at a high level which tasks did we cover from elicitation yesterday?
So elicitation is more just pulling out, sitting with the end user or stakeholders and trying to pull the requirements out from them. Since for the most part, they just have a high level view of what they want, but not really what they want.
Mhm.
So it's more than just collecting requirements. It's just trying to get more of the details and more facts of how to better build whatever product they're looking for.
Yeah. So actually, we covered how to prepare for elicitation yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we covered some of the tasks and activities, some inputs and outputs that are involved, and what do we get as an output from prepare for elicitation, because that will be used as an input for conduct elicitation. And we did some of the techniques which are used in conducting elicitation. And we were at interface analysis, as you can see on your screen.
Right.
So, interface is basically a connection between two components and solutions. And most solutions require one or more interfaces to talk to each other. And how do you do that analysis? You actually see where, what, why, when, and how of the interface. That's how you do interface analysis.
Okay.
And then there are external interface to the solution. Business processes are there wherein there are interfaces. There are data interfaces wherein one data system or table is talking to another one. There are application programming interfaces and hardware devices who are interfacing. There are some examples like ATM, so wherein a customer has got an interface to interact with an ATM, and then in ATM is internally also communicating with the systems. There must be processes behind. There must be some data behind ATM that is working. So similarly for laptop, it's a hardware wherein we as a user are connected to laptop, and then there are various interfaces with that, and same goes for mobile, right? So it's
Right.
just interface analysis. So what does it do? It provides context for eliciting more detailed functional requirements. So it helps in elicitation because you would also be able to ask the questions about those aspects of functional requirements which these stakeholders might not be aware themselves. You would be able to do some scope modeling, observation, and interviews because you have a lot of groundwork when you have interface information with you. If you understand interfaces, you should be able to understand interfaces used in existing business processes because that's what you should know. Provide interface of the solution with a context diagram. So if there is a solution that is interfacing with other processes maybe or some UI applications, then a BA should provide a context diagram of that solution, of that interface. Right. So there are some elements. So first you need to prepare for identification of that interface, and then you conduct that identification, and then you define that interface, right? So
Right.
what you do is you come up with the name, the coverage, the exchange method, the message format, and exchange frequency for that interface. That's how we do interface analysis.
Okay.
Well, there is another technique which is interviews. I think you already know about this technique.
Right.
So it's a way of systematic approach to elicit business analysis information by asking relevant questions and documenting the responses from a person or a group of people. So we know how interviews work, what type of interviews are there, structured and unstructured. So in a structured, you already have predefined questions and you go to an interview with a predefined mindset. Unstructured is actually you are randomly asking questions wherein you are you are asking questions from the answers that the interview is giving you. That's unstructured interview. Interviewers, so who all are there? Interviewers, interviewees. So interviewers, they require, in order to be successful, some domain knowledge, experience and skills for documenting the discussion. Interviewees, the ones who will give you some inputs, we need to ensure that they are ready to give their inputs. They have a degree of clarity about the goal of the interview. So when you start the interview, you should upfront set the goal or the objective that what are you trying to achieve by the end of that interview. And of course, the rapport of interviewer with the interview is very important because unless this is not there, an interviewer may not be able to achieve what they're looking for. They want to bring up uh, the all the hidden aspects that interviewee might want to hide. So everything needs to come out. There are
Okay.
certain constraints which is significant time is required to plan and conduct interviews. So this is true because maybe the interviewee is not available uh, and you have some tight deadlines. So these constraints are already there, always there. So, but I mean, one can always plan in advance. There are some elements. How do you conduct interview? You plan, you execute, and then you follow up. So these might help. These elements might help you. So that I mean, how does it help? You actually define the goal. You communicate goal. You identify interviewees. Design questions. You have closed-ended questions also, and then five W questions like what, why, when, where, all those five W's, and one is how, right? Those
Right.
kind of questions can be framed. These are open-ended questions. Of course, yeah, these are open-ended questions. Arrange logistics if you need to arrange some meeting room or you need to be there. The interview is located in different place, all of that. Flow is open, during, and close. So this is the flow. You need to open an interview, and during the interview, you're asking questions, and then you have to close that interview. So you need to follow this flow. Organize and confirm results. So I think this is pretty straightforward. Organize and confirm results. Mind mapping. You're asking about that in our last session.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's just that whenever you come up with a topic, you actually try to bring out more details out of that. So let's say note taking is one thing. So basically they are trying to explain you this technique mind mapping by actually using some of the techniques or you can say activities which BA already does. So let's say BA is taking notes. So notes can be taken in how many ways? Non-linear and structure and logic, right?
Right.
So if you want to pull more threads out of structure and logic, you can go further. And same goes for like it is used to the conduct of elicitation is used to articulate and capture ideas. So you are using mind mapping for articulation and capturing ideas. Similarly, in mind mapping, there could be a main topic. So, okay, if I had created this mind map, I would have taken out taxonomy. Okay, yeah, I think this is correct. Because I think topic and subtopic should come out of text on, because main topic and topic, uh, they're not different. I think they're same, right? Either you would have a main topic or you would have a subtopic. So out of taxonomy, it should be main topic, subtopic, but that's not important. I mean, you can always. So this is actually to assist you while brainstorming. So such as taxonomy can be in the form of branches, it can be in the form of color, images. So don't go by what is explained here, but that's the concept that we use while brainstorming.
Okay.
So let's say you are discussing a product idea wherein a product is there. So that product is applicable to uh, various customer types. So, and you want to detail out more details about those customer types. So this is to actually capture the categories and subcategories. That's it. That's the only intention of this.
Okay.
So this is one diagram of mind mapping wherein they have uh, actually shown the mind mapping of business analysis tasks and activities. So if you see, we have been discussing elicitation and collaboration, right?
Right.
So elicitation and collaboration can further be divided into preparing, conducting, confirming, communicating information, managing. And similarly, requirement analysis and design definition is again can be bifurcated further. So this is mind mapping actually. You have certain tools in market to do mind mapping. There are mind map tools that can be used to do that. So who are the stakeholders required to conduct the elicitation? So they are actually customers, they are end users, domain SMEs, implementation SMEs, sponsor, other stakeholder. Is there any stakeholder you don't know here?
No. Mhm.
Great.